Salutations, my friends. My name is Samantha, and today we're going to be reading some historical romance because it is the start of the historical romance readathon. I am so excited. I'm so excited. It's actually Thursday. I'm starting the readathon a little bit early because I work tomorrow, so I don't know how much reading I'll be able to get done or filming, so we're just doing the intro right now. Readathon is hosted by the holy trinity of romance booktube, Lisa, Lacey, and Jessica. They just create the best content. It's everything our romance hearts need, you know, and want and deserve. They give us that great content, and this is the second readathon they did. I will leave all of their channels linked down below, although you guys all probably follow them because they're absolute queens, but I'll link their information down below anyway. I did set a TBR for this readathon, and it was a little ambitious. I put 5 books on that TBR, and now thinking about it, I'm like, I'm probably not going to get to 5 books. I am definitely a mood reader, so it's very hard for me to stick to like a very specific TBR. So let me show you guys the books that I'm planning on reading, and yeah. There's a buddy read for this readathon, and that is Lady Sophia's Lover by Lisa Kleypas. I have the hardcover edition. I got this off of Thrift Books. Yeah, I think I got it off Thrift Books. I already started the audiobook that I'm going to be listening to this weekend, and that is Spitfire by Christy Caldwell. I'm about 40% in, and I'm really enjoying it. This book follows our 2 characters, our heroine Carla, I think that's her name. Whenever I sit down to film, my brain is like, it just forgets the characters' names every single time. I usually write down notes, but I just sat down to film this, so 'tis his life. Heroine saves our hero and nurses him back to health, which I know is a favorite trope for a lot of people, but they end up parting ways, and our hero accidentally sends our heroine a cease and desist letter for her opera house that she's trying to open, and it just follows their romance. I love this book so far. I was specifically looking for some audiobooks on Kindle Unlimited just to use at my service, and I saw Lacey talking about this book, and literally all she said was that it had a virgin hero, and that was all I needed to hear. That I was like, I need to read this book because a virgin hero in historical romance is like finding a 4-leaf clover and a unicorn. It just doesn't happen, and I love it. I feel like we need more books like this. Our hero is such a soft, sweet cinnamon roll, and our characters are a little older than typical historical romance. I think our heroine is in her mid-30s, our hero's in his early 40s, and like most of the time with historical romances, the heroine is like 25 at the oldest. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and I will kind of update you guys as I finish this audiobook. My hair is crazy as always, but do you guys want to see some books that I've hauled recently? Let's do it. eBay is a dangerous place, y'all. Like, there's so many good books. I just want to haul all of the books, but I'm trying to restrain from buying books, and I'm only restraining because I literally have no more room on my bookshelves. But I am on the hunt for some like classic, just OG historical romance covers, and I got some recently that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So I got these classic covers thanks to Jessica. She messaged me and told me these were on sale, and I was like, yes, score. So excited. So the first one that I got is Give Me Tonight. I mean, guys, it honestly, hopefully my lighting isn't like completely messing this up, but this is so stinking pretty, and you guys know this is a really hard cover to find. Like, sometimes it will go for like 40, 80 bucks on eBay, which is crazy. So I got this one for $8, y'all. Like, this is amazing. I love it. The next one I got is Forever My Love, which is a little beaten up, but I think it was just the package that it was in. That's what that one looks like, and it's so pretty. This book is holographic, and oh my goodness, one of my favorite Instagram pages, I believe her Instagram handle is Romantically Swept Away. I think that's her Instagram handle. I'm going to link her down below so you guys can follow her because she's amazing. She was talking about finding this book, and as soon as I saw it on her Instagram, I was like, ma'am, excuse me, where did you get that? Because I need it in my life right now. So I went on a hunt for it, and I found it on Thrift Books, and oof, so stinking pretty. So pretty, and I'm so happy. It's funny because you can kind of hear... Okay, make a little beat. Okay, I'm too hyper, and I'm gonna scratch this book. Oh, I did scratch it a little. What is wrong with me? I entire book is holographic and super cool, and it's in amazing condition, so I was stoked to find that. Okay, so the next couple of books are all Beverly Jenkins. I'm trying to complete my collection, and she just has the most beautiful covers ever. So first up is Through the Storm. It looks like that. This one came a little ripped, which was pretty sad, but it's okay. It's still really beautiful. The next one, I love this cover, and I don't know if they have this in hardcover, but I want to find it if they do, because this is one of my favorite covers. It is Always and Forever. The next one is Rebel, and I believe this is part of a series. This is part of the Woman Who Dare series. Follows Captain Drake Levesque. Oh, you know what? I actually think, hopefully I'm not mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is following the kids of Hester and Wyatt in Indigo. I think this is their kids. I'm pretty sure it is, because that last name Levesque sounds super familiar. I'm pretty sure it's Hester and Wyatt's kids, which just makes me want to read it even more. Then the last one I got is Midnight, which was in flawless condition. Like, there's not even any cracks in the spine. I'm typically someone who does not mind cracks in the spine, but like, I want to keep this cover pristine because it's just so perfect. It's perfect. Those were all the books that I hauled. It's a small book haul compared to what I'm usually hauling when I'm buying like mystery boxes and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to complete my collection and find some really classic covers. So I'm happy to have all of these books right now, and they just like make me smile. Historical romances just make me smile. I'm gonna go take a bath now. I'm really tired. I think I'm gonna start on Lady Sophia's Lover by Lisa Kleypas. I don't know how far I'm gonna get in this because, again, I am super tired, but we'll see. I will update you guys when I have more thoughts on this book. Hi. I just took a bath. My hair looks crazy. And yes, I'm wearing Christmas leggings. I don't know if you guys can see. I wear Christmas leggings and Christmas pajamas year round. It's just what I enjoy. It's what I love. They're always so cozy. So yeah, we're going to start Lady Sophia's Lover. I'm going to read some before going to bed. Greetings and salutations, my friends. Sorry if the lighting is bad and someone is mowing their lawn. So anyways, I'm just doing a little makeup. I'm gonna film a video. Yeah, but right now I'm just doing some makeup for the video. I decided to go kind of like all out because you guys know when you're wearing masks, you don't really want to wear makeup because you're sweating and it transfers to the mask. So I haven't been able to wear makeup recently, so I thought, why not? Let's just sit down, have some fun, put on some makeup. Since this is the Historical Romance Readathon, I decided that I'm going to do my makeup inspired by Lady Sophia's Lover. So we're going to do some blue, some purple eyeshadow. I have a blue shirt that I'm going to match with this. So really, we're just going to do some purple eyeshadow and have some fun, you know? I actually don't know like how purple I want this look to be. I feel like we're going to go there. I feel like we're going to go purple, you know? You know? Doing today. It's Friday, technically the first day of the readathon, even though I started yesterday. And yeah, so I just wanted to pop in and show you guys like the little makeup look that I did. I was telling you guys earlier how I was doing a little makeup look inspired by Lady Sophia's Lover, the cover. Just some purple and blue. Doing makeup and reading are my two favorite things ever, so it's so much fun when I can combine them, if that makes sense. So yes. This is the look. Today I pretty much just worked. I had to work until 6 and then I had to run some errands. So I've really just been listening to audiobooks. I already finished my first book for the readathon, and that is Spitfire by Christy Caldwell. Guys, I really liked this book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I kind of already went over the synopsis already. Our hero is badly beaten in the streets of London, and our heroine Clara finds him and nurses him back to health. They part ways. Our hero accidentally, unknowingly sends her a cease and desist letter for her to shut down her business that she's trying to build, which is like an opera house kind of situation. It's taking in all kinds of women and trying to create this safe haven for them so that they can work without having to sell their bodies or be in danger. So she's really proud of her business, and she's such a strong heroine. And our hero is a virgin, which I love. Our hero is the sweetest cinnamon roll ever. If you like really soft characters, I think you're going to love Henry? Yeah, I think his name is Henry. Sorry. Again, like I said, my brain always just draws a blank whenever I'm filming. I loved how Henry was super close with his family. And guys, did I mention he was a virgin hero who was saving himself for marriage? He was saving himself for marriage. Is that not like the sweetest, cutest thing you've ever heard? I loved him so much. One thing I want to mention, which may not be a big deal to some people, but it kind of bothered me, and that was the fact that our heroine actually physically hit our hero numerous times in the book, and I didn't like that. So he accidentally sends her the letter to shut down her business. He doesn't know it's her business, and he's really only doing it because he's trying to make a deal with some other people of the court to try to pass like this parliament bill that he wants. Sounds kind of boring, but it all is very interesting, I promise. So he unknowingly sends it to her, and when she finds out that it's him, she just shows up in his house, doesn't ask any questions, and slaps him all across the face, and slaps him so hard that she gives him a black eye. And our hero was just like, that wasn't the only time that she hit him. Like, obviously she was really upset. She's really passionate about her business. But then later in the book, she smacks him across the face again when she's upset. And I'm like, you know, I don't really love that, because if it was the other way around, like, let's go ahead and reverse this and say the hero was really upset at something the heroine did. If he hit her, people would lose their minds. People would lose their minds. That would not be socially acceptable. It would not be okay. So I don't think it's okay for the heroine to hit the hero either, no matter how upset she is. There's a difference between defending yourself and a difference between just being very aggressive for no reason. And I feel like she was a little aggressive for no reason. So that's the only reason I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars instead of a 5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. It wasn't a big portion of the book, but it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, especially because our hero was honestly so sweet. It's like, you didn't need to hit him in the face. Just saying. I rambled a ton, but I enjoyed that audiobook so much. I decided to just go ahead and continue with the series. My TBR is getting a little mixed up. Now I am listening to The Hellion by Christy Caldwell, which is the first book in the series. I'm going backwards. If you guys want to read it in order, that's totally fine. But yeah, so that's what I'm listening to right now. And it's a filming day, so I'm going to film some other videos, and I'll up to you guys soon. Bye! Hello? Do you guys want to go book shopping with me? Want to go book shopping? Make sure you guys are wearing your masks when you're going book shopping though, okay? Alright, let's go. Hello, we are back home. The store that I went to is more like a thrift store. It's not the usual bookstore that I go to. They do have a good book section, and I always forget that. Every time I go, I'm always like, wow, their book selection is really good. I need to go there more often. So I bought some goodies. I'm going to show you guys. They had so many Amanda Quick books with the step backs. Literally, there was an entire shelf of Amanda Quick books, some with step backs, some without step backs. So I just went through and pretty much grabbed all of the step backs that I didn't have. So this was a really good, it was a good book find. I'm going to try to keep it brief because the live show for the Historical Romance Readathon, I think they start in like 30 minutes and I want to make sure to catch them. So I'll show you this one first because the rest are Amanda Quick. This is The Lady in Question by Victoria Alexander. Got it for the step back. That's what the step back looks like. So, oh gosh. I just dropped all the books. Wow. Okay. Great job, Samantha. The rest that I got are from Amanda Quick. Amanda Quick has the best step backs ever. I love her step backs. They're so epic because they normally have like more than one thing going on, and I'm going to show you guys all the ones that I got. Some of these I did have. I just didn't have the copy with the step backs, so I think I have maybe 1 or 2 duplicates, but I mean, these step backs are so gorgeous. I needed to have it. And these books are in such good condition. Like, literally, these look brand new. There's no cracks in the spine. I'm just so happy I found them. So the first one is Reckless, and this is like my favorite color, this shade of orange. I just love it. Then you open it up, and this is the step back. So you can see there's always more than one thing going on. I don't want to bend the page back too much because I don't want to create cracks in the spine because it's like perfect condition. But yeah, there's like a ship, there's a lover's embrace, there's someone fighting, sword fighting, there's horses. Do I have this? Actually, let me see if I have this one. It looks familiar. No, I don't. No, I don't. Okay, for a second I was like, maybe I do have this step back, but I don't. The same artist painted all of her step backs. I think you can see his signature. Pino? Is that his name? I don't know. It starts with a P. I can't read the rest of the signature, but I think the same artist did all of her step backs. This one is Desire, and this is the step back for this one. So stunning and beautiful. Absolutely love it. The next one is Surrender. Oh goodness, this one is so pretty. That fan with the hummingbird on it. Oh my goodness, how pretty. And this one is in such good condition, but they all had stickers on them because they were at like a thrift store, and I accidentally ripped the back of it. So we had like one little casualty. I was very sad. I wish they didn't put stickers on the books, but it is what it is. Next one is Ravished, which I think is probably one of her more popular books. Everyone who reads Amanda Quick, they always recommend this book in particular. So I didn't know this one had a step back. I have the copy of Ravished without a step back, so I'm really happy to have this one now. There's always someone fighting and a ship in the background. How funny. Next one is Seduction, and this one, the details on the book are embossed, like the letters are slightly raised, and it's just so beautiful. That's what that one looks like. You can see the lovers embrace, the guy riding a horse. I feel like this is prime step back material. I just filmed a video talking about step backs and like my favorite covers, and I wish I had these books because those would have definitely been included, but you guys will definitely see these books in an upcoming step back Saturday because they're so pretty. The last one I got is Scandal, and this one also has embossed lettering and details on the front, which is just such a nice little detail. And this one I have been really looking for. I saw Lacey and Jessica talk about this one, and it has a dragon in the step back, and I think it's metaphorical. I think the hero is called a dragon or something like that. I'm just so happy to have all of those books. When I saw them on the shelves, I was like, just grabbed them with one arm and raced to the cash register. I was so excited. So yeah, that's my little haul. It felt nice to get out of the house. I really haven't been out of the house for a long time. I haven't been book shopping in what feels like a really long time. Most of the books that I've been buying have been online, so it was nice to go outside. It was ridiculously hot. It was like 105, which is just crazy. And yes, I wore my mask 100%. Wear your masks, guys. We are still in the middle of a pandemic. As much as I would love to go to every bookstore and just, you know, be out in the calle, it's really important to wear your masks, social distance, and be safe. Protect yourself, guys, and your families. Okay. I typically don't participate in readathons, mainly because timed reading stresses me out, if that makes sense. So having only like 3 days or a week or even a month to read a specific amount of books makes me very nervous. I don't know why, but I had a lot of fun during this readathon, and I think this historical romance readathon, the one they did now and the one they did back in March, is just one of the most well organized and fun readathons ever. All types of templates on Instagram. They're doing a live show. The buddy read that they picked was absolutely amazing. So yeah, shout out to the 3 lovely ladies who are hosting this readathon. I think they did a phenomenal job. As always, their links will be in the description box below. My brain was like freezing for a moment, and yeah, I think it is time to wrap up this video. I'm gonna go get the books that I read for this readathon so I can give you guys my final thoughts. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab the books that I read. Okay, we are wrapping up this video. We have a little bit of a change of scenery. Well, not really, because this is the same bookshelves that I was talking at, but I decided to like sit in my chair because I was like hunched over on the floor. It wasn't working out. I'm gonna try to keep this wrap up really short because I know this video is probably really long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you participated in the readathon and read some amazing historical romances. As always, I'm going to continue to read historical romance because it's what I'm loving right now. So if there is a book or an author that you guys want me to read or do a video about, please leave your comments down below. I will be more than happy to do so. First book that I read for the readathon is Spitfire by Christy Caldwell. I listened to that in an audiobook. I've already talked about this book a ton in this video. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend. Really want to finish the rest of the series. If you guys love sweet heroes, you guys are going to love this hero so much. And the audiobook was pretty good. The narrator's voice was very sexy. I don't know who he is. I don't know who you are, sir, but your voice is perfect for narrating books. The next book I read was Lady Sophia's Lover by Lisa Kleypas, which is the buddy read for this readathon, and I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars as well. And funnily enough, this hero is also a soft, sweet little cinnamon roll. Sir Ross was the best part of this book. I mentioned reading this book on Instagram. Everyone said they loved the hero so much, and I can definitely see why. He was so sweet, so attentive, just absolutely adored our heroine. What I loved about this book a lot was our heroine actually had a real job. She was a secretary for the Bow Street Runners. She kind of handled all of like the legal documents and paperwork, and then she also took care of our hero's household. I loved how our hero supported her. I loved how she was very independent, and if you guys like strong-minded heroines, I think you would absolutely love this. So I'm going to kind of just brief over the synopsis of this book. Our heroine, Sophia, sees a position open as a secretary for the Bow Street Runners, specifically for Ross, our hero, and she ends up applying and becomes his secretary. He is like the lead detective, kind of like the police chief for the Bow Street Runners, which is the police force during this time. This is an entire series. I think this is the second book in the series, so I definitely want to finish the series. I know I have the rest of the book, so I totally plan on finishing the series. This isn't a spoiler because it is in the beginning of the book, but Sophia does have a reason for applying for the position for Ross. It is because she wants revenge, because he is the reason that her younger brother was sent to prison and died. So she definitely wants to, one, figure out what happened to her brother, and two, she wants some type of revenge on Ross. The Kleypas heroes in general are amazing, but Ross is really up there with like McKenna and Sebastian and Cameron. Like, I loved him so much. The thing that bothered me about this book was lack of communication, which I feel like is pretty common in romance books. You know, you'll get the characters who don't communicate that well, and that kind of causes the conflict of the book. But I just feel like Sophia really could have communicated better, and it did bother me a little bit, but it wasn't completely insufferable, and I did really like her as a heroine. Okay, loved that book so much. I finished that book last night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I finished the book. So I did read a book today. I'm really happy that I was able to squeeze in 3 full books for this readathon. The readathon was 3 days. I wanted to read like a book a day, and I pretty much did that. So I really wanted to read Captured by Beverly Jenkins. I don't know too much about this book. I know Jessica has read it. I think our hero robs and steals ships, but I think it's more like a Robin Hood situation where he is freeing slaves and people of color and helping them create better lives. So I think that's what this book follows. This is definitely the next book that I'm going to be reading, so I will update you guys on my thoughts on this. I actually decided to pick up another Beverly Jenkins instead of that book, and that is Destiny's Captive. I realized I never finished this book. I did a author binge for Beverly Jenkins, oh my goodness, almost a month ago, and I had started this book in that reading vlog, and I loved it so much. I was enjoying it so much, but I ended the reading vlog and I had some other books I had to read because of videos I was filming, and I set this book aside because I didn't want to rush into it. When I went to go start this book today, I realized I hadn't finished this one yet, so I picked this one up instead, and I loved this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. This is the last book in the... What series is this called? Is this the Old West series? No. I can't remember what series this is. Destiny series. Obviously, Destiny's Captive, duh. This is the 3rd and final book in the Destiny series. Typically, I say you don't have to read historical romance in order, but I would recommend reading this series in order because there are a lot of side characters that make appearances and kind of have their own side story going on and romances going on. So I would definitely recommend reading them in order. And it does have a pirate in it, and the pirate is actually our heroine. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Is it Pilar or is it Pilar? I feel like you could say it either way, but our heroine is actually the pirate and our hero is an American sailor. The way they meet is that she actually captures him and steals his ship, and ever since then he is wanting to find her, wanting to find the woman who stole his ship, and is immediately just interested in her. I loved this couple so much. If you like strong-willed heroines, you would love this book. Our hero in this book is shanghaied, which is basically like being forced into slavery and to work for a sea captain or a pirate. It's a huge part of this book. You can tell that our hero has a lot of hurt from his past. There are brief trigger warnings of sexual assault. It's not a huge part of the book, but it is mentioned, I think, probably like in the middle of the book. Like I said, it's not a huge part of the book, but I just kind of want to mention that you definitely can tell that our hero has been through a lot. He's one of those tortured, scarred heroes. And I just think the couple in this book fit together so perfectly. Also, this book was set in the Dominican Republic and Cuba and America, so you got all of these really beautiful cultures interwoven into this book, and I really, really enjoyed it, especially like when they were talking about like the food. I was like, yes, I feel it. When they were talking about like sancocho and plantains and all that stuff, I was like, yes. I was so nice to see in the book. Just like those little details Beverly Jenkins is so good at bringing into her stories. It's only like 5 o'clock, but I wanted to finish filming so I can post this video for you guys. But right now I am listening to the audiobook by Christy Caldwell. It's the first book in the Wicked Wallflower series, and that is The Hellion. I loved the Spitfire so much that I decided to go back and finish the series. So I'm listening to this one right now. It's interesting. It has like an enemies to lovers type trope. It gives me Romeo and Juliet vibes. It's about these two families that have a rivalry. They both own gaming hells. They don't get along. They end up making the deal that this one family is going to sponsor the other family's sister, I think it is, and kind of introduce them to the aristocrats and the peerage and like the noble bloodline so that she can marry into a higher class. I'm probably explaining that really poorly. I'm very, very sorry. I'm only like 40% into the book, so I will update you guys like on my Instagram or my Goodreads when I finish the book. That is the end of this reading vlog. I read 2 4-star books and 1 5-star book. Oh, another thing before I go, I actually asked you guys on Instagram what was your favorite historical romance books, and I shared a ton on my Instagram stories. I saved it as a highlight on my Instagram page, so if you guys want to refer to that for more book recommendations, you guys gave me so many recommendations that I haven't read before. I added so much to my TBR. I might have purchased a lot on eBay and thrift books, but yeah, you guys recommended some really cool books. So if you guys want more recommendations, I will leave the link to my Instagram down below because there's a highlight on my Instagram page. That is it. I think I have talked enough. I really hoped you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you to Lisa, Lacey, and Jessica for hosting this readathon. I hope they do more in the future, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!